Oh, good morning. I was not going, this is not going to be a long one because it's certainly not going to be an 8 hour live. I was watching some of Molly's last night where she was doing the prank calls. My God, that woman is crazy. Shoot. I fell asleep though because she was on late. And I'm like, I'm not a night owl. And I saw where she posted it today in her members only thing. It was like an 8 hour live. Oh God, Molly, 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 how do you do it? How do you, hey vegan, how are you doing, sweetie? Thank you. And I will share your link as well. Um, yeah, so she was on for 8 hours. I'm telling you, I can't do it. I can barely do an hour, to be honest with you. When I do an hour, I'm like, especially if I'm by myself. Girl, she had German lady who keeps it going, I guess. And when I fell asleep, Ginger, you were on. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I fell asleep. I can't stay up that late anymore. Plus, my husband's next to me, so I have to wear earbuds. And the earbuds, hey Bree, the earbuds bother my ears. Ginger, are you coming up? Um, hey Angie, long time no see. Angie was live just earlier. Hi, Big Tim. I feel the same way. I can only be on for an hour. I don't help people can do. You don't know how people can do 2 hour or 3 hour streams. Well, she did an 8 hour stream last night. Hey, Texas girl. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Um, I don't know. She did an 8 hour. Actually, she is fun. She's an entertainer. It's like computer issues. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for you. Ginger Locks. Ginger Locks, the new resident panel hoe. Um, oh, what was I saying? Oh, God, old age is getting to me. Yeah, so the only time that I've gone like a really long, well, I have done 4 and 5 hour streams, but not when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself, it's pretty hard to do like a long, long stream. When you've got people up to play off of, it's easier. But yeah, when I'm by myself up here, an hour, I'm pushing it if I can make it an hour. I am. I'm pushing it. Um, I have mad respect for Mallory but then she has her notes and she has a repertoire that she goes by. But I I am not I am not that I am not that organized. Let's say hey tacos, you're going to be a tyrant today. Oh, come up here and be a tyrant, please. Tacos cracks me up, but it's a crappy day outside. It's raining. Yeah, so I should be in a bad mood, but I'm not really in a bad mood. I just think it seems like I need a lot of sleep lately. Like I go to bed like really early, but then I've been taking my sleep meds real early because I actually want to get up earlier in the morning, but I've been sleeping later. So I gotta tell my doctor about that too, because if I don't take my meds like really super early, um, I sleep in more. Hey, girl,
Good morning. Ugh, I'm tired.
I can barely hear you.
You can't hear me. Hold on. Is that better?
Very barely. You're very, 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 very low.
Let me see if I can turn up the volume on this. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Da-da-da. Better?
Now I can hear you.
There we
So
go.
what happened? What happened? How with the whole hospital thing? The
Uh,
emergency.
the emergency room in my uh, area, I haven't been there in a while, really. And they even
Mm-hmm.
said something. I said, well, I hadn't been going to Temple because that's where my specialist is.
AMs.
A doctor never even saw me. The doctor never saw me. They're like, we're going to help you, but we're not going to help you for your pain that you're having. I said, well, why is that? And they literally looked at me and went, because you're a drug seeker. And
Oh, they did not.
I went, excuse me? I flipped out. No one's even seen me. You're guesstimating. No one in my whole life in this whole hospital ever called me a drug seeker. And now someone who doesn't even know me and like, get me out of here. Well, then you're leaving under, not under doctor's orders. Why? So you can put me up there and take my money and give me a Tylenol? I don't think so. I said, I could do that at home. I'd rather do that at home with a freaking edible. But please, I came here because I'm dehydrated and having problems. I am not sitting here and letting you take care of me when you completely insulted me like that. And I am not done. I'm not done.
Wow.
I am
Hey,
not
can
done.
you make a formal complaint about
Oh,
that?
it's just beginning. It's
Oh,
just
good
beginning.
for you. Like that's so wrong. I
And
mean, you have suffered.
for someone who's been through like what I've been through, and in the
Exactly.
beginning, where narcotics was not that big of a deal, and all the doctors, like, I was on tons of them. I was,
Hmm.
I would say, dependent more than addicted because I wouldn't take it more than I needed to. But if you don't take it, then you go through withdrawal symptoms. I haven't,
Right.
I haven't been on narcotic medication because I don't like it and I don't want it. And that's why I am such a strong cannabis person. And that is
Uh-huh.
why when I went in
Because
there
you don't want to. You don't want
and
to
for
be.
them to actually say that to me, whoa, you're lucky. Like I was ready to throw fists. I was mad. I was really, really mad.
Paco says, I'm not surprised they told you they did that, hon. I'm so sorry. They always revert to drug seeking behavior as an excuse. Yeah, when
Taco,
they don't have an answer.
and the thing is, they have all of my information of what's wrong with me and what's going on. It's not like I go there and there's nothing wrong. It's not like
Well, weren't you told to go to the emergency? They actually told you to do that?
yes, because I could not get my infusion yesterday because I was too dehydrated and they could not get a line.
Lord. Oh my God. Well,
Stupid.
hopefully they'll do something about it because why would they do that? Why would
I,
they
I'm
even say that
Well,
to you?
I wound up calling my insurance company yesterday. I told her exactly what they said. She was beside herself that somebody would even say that to me before even seeing me. She
Oh
was just
God.
dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded. Like, I was just like, okay, I can understand a doctor after talking for a while and someone insists on having something and being like, I'm worried that this is this. No, they just flat out said it. I'm
Wow.
like, whoa.
But who, if you didn't see a doctor, who told you that? A nurse?
There was 4 different doctors and not one of them took responsibility for it.
Oh, good Lord.
4 different doctors, and I'm like, one of you had to say it. One of you had to say it. Which one? So you're all going to lie to each other? And then they would start talking. I said, wow, you know what? I keep talking to you about it, and you keep changing the subject, and I'm not going to let you keep changing the subject. So let's keep talking about the fact that, the way I was treated in this hospital, instead of you wondering about the poor, you know, thing on my thumb because you took the IV out.
Good Lord.
So
Oh,
when I went down to Temple yesterday, which I really didn't want to do, went down to Temple. They gave me stuff. I swear to God, I don't know what the frig they gave me, but they knocked the crap out of me, and I slept all day. Woke up around 12. Marissa was live. I was at all the time in the world, so I got up there and I started talking to them, and then I went back to sleep again.
yeah, I saw you on Marissa's. That's when I fell asleep. Don't come at me for this, but I think there should
Come on,
have
Brittany.
to be proof by imagining to get narcotics, which you do. Too many drug seekers these days, unfortunately, many lives ruined over prescriptions. I don't
Completely,
understand.
completely agree with you. But if I do not have the history of anything like that, why would you give that person that type of like title when that's never happened before? And I totally agree with you because I'm totally against like highly narcotics because they can really mess you up big time because they've done it to me before. But when you have someone who comes in not that often And you know the ankylosing spondylitis, whatever it else is, because God knows if I put it out there, people will make fun of me. The other issues that I have, you
Right.
know,
Well, you didn't imagine the osteoporosis. You know what I mean? You were in a lot of pain. They knew
Car-
that.
Carla, nothing that I have has been imagined and it has been diagnosed.
Right. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, nothing, nothing. Do I think that there's some still strange things going on? Yeah, but I don't want to find out anymore. What the hell do I want to find out anymore? I don't want to find out.
M says imaging, not imagining. Ginger has proper imaging. Yeah. Oh, I know how much pain she's in. I've
That
I've been on a
that
phone call with her when she's been in that much pain.
I was mad the other night, but when I went back down to Philly yesterday, they were able to keep the stuff down level. I didn't have to stay. Thank God. I went to go home. I was exhausted. I was just happy not to be in the hospital. That's
How
all.
far is Philly from your home? Like how
Um,
far do you have to drive?
if I take a lift, it is about $75 at the cheapest.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't drive there.
I don't. My sister won't let me. My sister who lives like a clear across the country who can't help will not let me drive into the city.
I don't blame her. I don't
Yeah.
blame her. I wouldn't drive in Philly.
He's like, nope. Well, that's
I
easy
won't
for
even
me.
drive in Pittsburgh, to be
I
honest
can
with
I
you.
can drive anywhere and everywhere in Philly. I'm not worried about any of that stuff at all. It's me not feeling well and having to drive down that area. It's not necessarily the area. My family, we all kind of grew up. I mean, we didn't grow up in Kensington, but we know enough about it. It's not something that scares us on the daily or anything like that. It's
Uh,
just it's just Philly.
God, this it's getting bad for you though, where they have you and you got to wonder if they've got it written down somewhere. You know what I mean? In your files or whatever. If they're
Oh,
going to say that to your face, hey,
I'm
Mr.
wondering.
Positive.
I'm wondering definitely, and I think I know exactly who the person is in my head, and we're going back. We're going back 5 years easy. So if that one person back then wrote something, because her and I used to argue all the time because she was a bitch and she used to say all the stupid stuff to me as well. But I was already on the stuff, and you can't take somebody off or you're going to go through withdrawal. So that was
Right.
the fight that we would have.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, hello, you're the medical doctor. I'm the patient, but why the frig do I know more than you? That's insanity. And she finally,
Exactly.
and then this is what these doctors did. And I'm like, you can take it and shove it up your ass. So when I
Hey,
went,
Gemma.
when I went to Temple, and I went down to Temple and I explained to them what happened, they're like, the reason why they tell you that and they get you upset that if you leave against doctors, whatever, it's
Uh-huh.
because 9 out of 10 times they're not going to get paid. And you'll be able to fight this.
Oh, it's all got to do with insurance. Absolutely.
I already talked to my insurance. They're appalled at what happened. Everything is written down, and they know now that they are not going to accept anything from them at all.
Well, I told you about when I had that staph infection. They kept me, and had I not begged my doctor to go home, and she said to me, as long as your insurance is going to pay for this, it's all about money. It's
Carla, you
all
could still be there.
yeah. Well, I would have been in longer than a month. I had to beg my doctor to release me. Well, I probably could have left the hospital, but then I wouldn't have had a nurse come in and do what they had to do. And all they had to do was show my husband what to do. And he ended up being the one that did it for me because I couldn't do it. It was in my right arm. Um, but, I was in the hospital for a month. And she said, honey, as long as your health care is going to pay for it, they're going to
Let me.
keep you here.
I just want to say something real quick. Hi, Ems. I never get to see Ems often. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. I love
Yeah,
you.
she was in here for a while.
Yeah, it's just good to see her.
And they definitely will.
And Dory and Mr. Positive and Bailey. I'm not excluding
Yeah,
anybody else.
they will write a note about you, and it will be in your file. Yeah.
There's
Can you
going.
have that removed though?
They
You
have
know what I
to.
mean?
I don't give a crap. I'm never going back there ever, ever, ever again. Never. Never going
Uh,
back.
I
Never
don't
going back.
blame you. So if you
Never.
need something, infusion or whatever, is that where you were getting your infusion from? Was there? Or
No,
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 it was a
no, no.
different place.
Nope, nope, nope. My infusion is done in a doctor's office that does all that kind of stuff. So
Oh,
no,
good.
because when I was at the doctor's office, I was in Pennsylvania because I live so close to the border of Pennsylvania and
Mhm.
New Jersey. So
Right.
most of the stuff that I ever do is always in PA, not New Jersey. So I go over there and they wanted me to drive to the closest hospital there. And I'm like, I really don't want to go to St. Mary's. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So I talked to my mother in law. She's like, do you think you can make it home? I said, I think I can. So I made it home and then she drove me. And then that was the night that I went to Princeton. And yeah, I just, you know what it is? And I'll tell you exactly what the problem is. They, they, they put out for third party doctors who are not American whatsoever, and they do not care about your health. That's legitimately the truth.
Wow. M says you can't have it removed from case notes, but you can have it removed from your permanent medical records. Doubt it's there. Yeah, it's probably just one doctor's
Look, I mean,
educated and
all
quiet.
people need to do is run a blood test and you'll figure out real fast what I use. It's not that hard. You
And
know,
Taco says,
I got nothing to hide.
oh, Taco says, no, it won't be removed. They do the same thing at pharmacy prescription information database. Even when you call your pharmacy to check on a particular drug to see if it's ready, they flag you. Wow, I did not know.
I like I said, this has never ever happened to me before. And for the doctor to say, like, okay, we're going to admit you, but we're not going to treat you for your pain. Sorry.
So what were they going to do for you? Like
They,
that was the whole point of you going there.
they were going to give me Tylenol. I'm like, I'll
Well,
get home.
you can't do that at home.
Exactly. But see, it was because I was dehydrated. So, and we were going back and forth. And I said, I don't care how dehydrated I am. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I am not staying. I'm not staying.
Exactly. Well, I mean, why would
And I'm
you? Why
telling,
would you want to be away from your family for
the,
them to give you Tylenol?
the
You
fact
know,
of the matter, the fact of the matter is there's so many good, wonderful people who work in emergency rooms, who work with patients, doctors who work with patients. And then you get that 1 out of 5. And I'm telling you, they seriously ruin it for everybody because of their attitudes and how horrible they make you feel as a patient. That
well,
they have the power.
you must have been like
Well, this isn't the first.
godsmacked.
This isn't the first time. And the word insulted is thrown around, but to be insulted to the point of tears, and they've done that more than once.
Right. And it's just that hospital, correct?
It's always been that hospital. Yep. Don't go to Princeton. Sucky, sucky, sucky. If you're ever in New Jersey, do not go to Princeton Medical Center. Highly, highly, highly do not go there. They will not help you.
Good
They'll
Lord.
send you back out sicker than you were, and then they'll send you down to a
Well, so
different.
what are you supposed to do for your dehydration and all that? You know what I mean? We're going to admit you. So when you went home, so what are you doing now for that?
Well, I did go back to the hospital. Remember, I went back yesterday
Oh,
to
oh, okay.
Temple.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
They did rehydrate me, but I keep drinking this body armor stuff, and it's supposed to be filled with electrolytes and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I keep drinking that. And you know what? I'll tell you what else made me mad, because I was talking to my mom about this, and I'm like, everybody's going to blame me because I went to Marissa's and I went to Chocolate World, and everyone's going to say I had too much fun,
Oh,
and that
please.
now I'm in the hospital. My mom's like, no one's going to blame you for that. No one's going to blame you for that. I said, I didn't even do anything. The biggest thing I ever did was drive, and that sit behind the car and move the steering wheel. That's the most I did.
Well, so you're supposed to stop doing, living your life. Like I know you. I know you
Some
can feel good one day and feel absolutely shit like 8 hours later.
some
Like
people
I've been
some
through it with
people
you.
Carla, some people like to put you into a glass bubble and hope you don't break. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Well, who was giving you a hard time? That pisses me off. Really pisses me off because obviously they don't know um,
A
what
lot
they're
of people
talking
don't
about.
know, and a lot of people don't understand. And guess what, Carla? I'm not even mad because there was a time I didn't understand. And my sister had ankylosing before me. I did not understand. So do I get mad at people who don't understand? No. Why? Because they don't live with it and they would never understand it. You can only understand something that you can relate to. It's not something that everybody can relate to.
No, I get mad at people
You
that
know,
say that you shouldn't live a life or you shouldn't do, live your life when you're feeling good. You know
now
what I
see,
mean?
I was the type of person like you could shake anything off and go have fun. Like when in my 20s, I was totally that person. And I had a friend and she was older and she had been through some car accidents and she was on some serious narcotics to the point that she would scare the crap out of us. And we would go out and do things, and then all of a sudden, for a while, we didn't hear from her, and then they found her, and we were like, all we could do was pray that she didn't commit
Oh,
suicide.
Joy
We
Lang
prayed.
says her husband's doctor came to prepare them for the worst last night. He's on morphine.
Oh,
I'm
Joy,
so sorry, Joy.
Joy, I hope he's wrong because they can be all the time.
Yes.
God,
It's like that guy that I told you about, that guy that works with my husband. Very healthy. And his wife said he's never been sick a day in his life. Got the virus and
as
is
I as I said, there's no rhyme or reason to
no.
because, like I said, most of the people when I was in COVID were way, way, way older than me with way more problems, and they were way better than I was. And they were in their 90s and 80s. So who's it going to hit? Nobody really knows. It's kind of a crapshoot. Nobody knows who's really, really going to get sick.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't wish to have what you have. And on top of it have you know, gastroparesis, which, never
That
showed itself like the
that
worst.
that was finding that out was worse than honestly ankylosing. At first, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but once the problem started happening in August, once the problems, and I'm like, this really sucks. So now I've come to realize how much it actually really, really, really does suck. Like when I was out with Marissa, and she's like, okay, look, what can you eat? Can you eat this? Can you eat that? I'm like, I can have a couple of fries. She's like, shut up. I'm like, no, seriously, have a couple fries.
I know it's hard for people to understand, I guess, because when you can eat whatever you want. Um, yeah, if you want me to give it to her, Twanda, I can give it to her.
Hi, Tawanda. The COVID lung is a killer. I am grateful for COVID not hitting my lungs. It hit my stomach, but it did not hit my lungs.
The COVID lung is the killer. Joy says, I don't even know but I know the guy that works with my husband he's really bad too. And they took him out of intensive care, but he's back in intensive care. He's on a feeding tube. He can't he can't talk. Like when they call him, like when he does call work or whatever to talk to them, he can only say a few words before he's like choking for air.
But
Like it's horrible.
is he alert? Can he like blink with his
He's
eyes? Can he
he's
understand?
awake, but he's in a lot of pain and a
You know
lot
what's
of
really
like
shitty?
he's struggling to breathe. And that's got to be the worst thing ever.
If I
He
was in a
said it
state
feels like he's drowning.
if I was in a state like that, I would hope they would put me in some kind of coma because I don't
Coma.
want to live
Yeah.
through that.
Oh
I don't
no.
want to live
It's
through
it's
that.
really, really hard. Well, they have to keep, I guess he can only he's only comfortable sitting up, like laying down. It just kind of
No, because then it just
accumulates.
it kind of suffocates you.
Yeah. So they have him sitting in a chair. He hasn't seen his daughter in 5 weeks because anybody under 15 can't go to the hospital. So
Mhm.
he's only got one child, and he hasn't been able to see. Well, he's FaceTimed with her, but not been able to see her. Like, hey, Cam,
Hey,
good morning.
let me say something to Joy Lang. I mean, I'm guaranteeing you're feeling utterly and horribly alone, but we
We
are
are
here
here.
if you ever want to talk. I mean, I know we're just a bunch of voices on the internet, but a lot of us been through stuff. But if you ever want to talk, we are here for you always. If you
Yes,
ever want to
Joy.
talk.
Absolutely.
Hey, Kim. I
And
like
Tawanda
Kim.
said to give you her number. I will give you Tawanda's number, and you can call her because she's a good person. And
Tawanda's an
she actually has been through it. I mean, she's got lasting effects of it. Um,
Tawanda. Tawanda is an amazing person. I'll
she's
tell you why.
beautiful, beautiful
Because
lady.
people have screwed so many people over, and yet she will not let that change her being a good, caring, giving person. And that is amazing. And I
I'll
think
tell you a story about me and Tawanda. Me and Tawanda, I mean, Tawanda was really mad at me. I mean, seriously, I did something that, and I'm not going to go into it, but I did
I was
something
going to
that
say,
was,
what did you
yeah,
do,
I'm not,
Carla?
but it wasn't something that was very nice. And so she wasn't very happy with me. And so I really needed to talk to her. Like it was like a year later or something. And I called her and I didn't know if she would even take my call because she didn't even know who I was because she said, "Who is this?" And I told her, and she talked to me on the phone for about 2 hours. And I was crying. Like I literally was crying.
I
Like
just
that's what
told you
kind of
that
person she is.
I get such good vibes from her. She's just such a.
She's just a good person.
Mhm.
You get people you have,
And
and that's why it gets me on the
those
internet.
those are the people who need to be celebrated, not the constant people who constantly stir shit and bring things down, whose names are constantly brought up every day. It's the people who make this community good, whose names should come up every day.
Mhm. Exactly.
You know,
And I think a lot of people, I mean, most people that are on the internet know that name Tawanda and know what a good person she is. Um, and and to be honest with you, I didn't even know she had the virus. I really didn't. Um, because I had been distancing myself from going in like a lot of streams and watching the internet because it's just been so toxic. Like I've been trying to keep everyone might want to sit back.
I can't agree more. It's been unbelievably toxic. I don't like sitting through. That's why, like, there's certain people I don't subscribe to. I don't watch the back and forth. I can't. It's too much. I
Um,
would literally rather find reruns of any other sitcom and watch that than watch this constantly go back and forth.
Joey Lang says, "I love you guys, upbeat, and outpouring of love and prayers. Thank you all." Well, to be honest with you, we might be a dysfunctional family on here, but we are family. We definitely are a family. Um, and
Of
when one of
some
us
sort.
and
Of
when
some,
one of us suffers, we all suffer. We suffer with that person. So we are all here for you, Joy. Definitely here for you. And I know you're going through a rough time. So,
I wouldn't necessarily say we suffer with you, but we will help
well,
you
we will help you
through.
get through what you are suffering. Yeah, I said that wrong, but
But
yeah,
no,
you know
no,
what I
no,
mean.
I know what you meant. No, it's just a different wording. That's all. That's just wanted to make sure you got the wording right because, people like to jump on that kind of crap. So,
Yeah. No, but it's hard to see somebody that you truly care about that you see almost every day. And I mean, Joy comes in here almost every day. It's hard to see them, suffer. And that's to me, like this is what we got to think about. That's what is important on in the whole fighting and bashing and yelling and screaming and carrying on at each other is not what's important. Hey, Jackpot.
all right, Carla, I have a small bit of a pet peeve, and if you could help me out, that would be great. Could you make our
Okay.
pictures a little bit smaller? You know how, like, when you,
What's that?
how when you can like push the pictures backwards so it doesn't look like our
Oh,
face.
like this?
That's it. It
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
It didn't really make much of a difference. So, okay, whatever.
It's like, yeah, it's still the same
I'm
size.
like, it looks exactly the same size. I'm an idiot.
I
Whatever.
don't know how I don't know how you can make them smaller. I really don't.
That's what I meant, but that's not what. Just let it go. Just let it go. My brain doesn't work that well right now.
I
Just
just
let
made the
it
rest.
go.
Amps, what are you talking about? I've been watching the Kristen Smart podcast, just finished it. If you haven't listened to In Your Own Backyard and like true crime, please do. Google it and
You
listen
know,
from this site.
I love my true crime
I
stuff.
do love my true crime too. I was actually watching one this morning.
You
Hey,
know what?
Dorky.
I can sit. I've turned a lot of people onto that chapter, and people turned me on to him. I could fall asleep listening to him telling the most gruesome story with the way his voice is and the way he tells the story because he's
Who
got
is
that
that
Irish,
again?
the guy with the Irish brogue.
Oh my God. The guy that was
Mike from that chapter.
oh, I love him.
I,
I
I,
just love
I,
him.
I can fall asleep listening to him talking about chopping people into pieces and like
He makes
hiding it
he
in bed. And I'm like, his voice is just so soothing.
he does make it interesting in a way that's not too gruesome, and he's kind of
And
amusing, like funny at the
and
same
he
time.
can make jokes at a really good place that is absolutely not um,
Ems, do you have the
disrespectful.
link for that?
I do have the link.
You have the link. Can you post it?
I can. He did one on, you know what? I'll put the one that he did for my friend's son. He did a I was really impressed with the
I
way he
actually
handled that.
watched, you know what? I watched that one. I did watch that one. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
he did a good one. Because when it comes to that, I get slightly. And the funny thing is, we're friends from like grade school to high school, but I get protective of her. I'm like, who's messing with her now? And I'm like,
Yes,
no,
really.
I'm like, this one was really, really good. This one was good. I'm like, I was really impressed with it, and the way he made fun of Cosmos Donardo's name was pretty funny. I'm like, oh, here it is. It's already got 2.2 million views.
Who would have thought a simple 8 episode podcast could solve the 25-year-old case? Impressive.
Here we go. All right, come back.
Somebody get rid of that. Thank you.
Here we go. That chapter. Guys, if you got nothing to do today, seriously, like click onto this. This is so interesting. Bang. There you go.
Yeah, sub to that channel. That chapter is
Yeah,
hilarious.
because
That's
the video, what was that? Hypochondriac fake
don't
ginger.
don't even pay attention.
Oh,
They've been
I
hidden.
don't give a crap of these
They've been
idiots.
hidden. They
I
didn't
don't.
have a chance to say anything because they're assholes,
It
you
doesn't.
know.
It doesn't. Honest to God, this is.
Hard blocked. Yep. There's no
Yeah.
yeah.
And gee, I'm wonder where that's stemming from. Hmm.
Jeez.
Hmm. Don't
That
say
takes a
it.
real loser. Let
No,
me tell you.
you got to get somebody who may take that to offense, and I don't, because you know what? I know what my life is, and I don't care if you don't understand it and you want to make fun of it. It doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't.
It pisses
Yeah,
me off. You know what? It doesn't piss me off so much when it's about me because I'm used to it. But when it's about one of my friends, that's when it pisses me off.
but that's always
Okay,
how it
Tawanda,
works.
take care, sweetie.
Bye, Tawanda.
I will give Joy, I will give Joy your phone number and thank you for that. I'm sure she will get a lot out of talking to you.
Yeah, that's
Tawanda's like such a sweetheart. Yeah.
yeah, hypochondriac. Yeah, I've only been like this for like 15 years, but it's a complete utter hypochondriac move, you know. I
No, next thing it's going to be drug addict, whatever,
Oh, that thanks for
because you do
giving
the
me some
edibles.
freaking fuel.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Well,
Alright.
they
Sometimes you
find.
gotta learn to just zip it, but
Yeah, I should learn to zip it.
it doesn't matter though. I know who I am. I know
Yes,
what I do. I know
yes,
what I do to stay
exactly.
alive each day. stupid people who are keyboard warriors that are little, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
It
Kim
doesn't.
A,
That's
screw
what
them.
that's why I said to you, normally YouTube stuff does not bother me. It doesn't, because I find it to be worse than seventh grade bullshit, is what it is.
Ems, can you post that 8 episode thing or the link to it?
If she has it.
If you have it, can you post the link? She's a mod in here, so I think she can if she knows how to, if she has, she can get to the link. Because I
Thank
would
you.
like to.
You're right, Miss Dorky. I do live a happy life. I do. There are days that suck and then there are days that are better. But for the most part,
But isn't
I
that
live a
for
happy
all of
life.
us? Isn't that for all of us? We
It
have good
is.
days and we have bad days.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm nervous about this second shot I'm having to go
You're,
get.
you're, you're probably going to feel a little ill for like 12 hours and then you're going to be fine.
Like
That's
like with my husband and I when we got the first one, he didn't get anything whatsoever. My arm was so sore. It was like someone punched me repeatedly in my left arm, like
Well,
over and over and over.
it's going to hurt. Okay.
How are you getting your second one today, Mr. Positive? Tell me what how you feel. Another great one who also really likes Mike, who really likes my channel is called Disturbin. Disturbin. Oh, really? There's another one called, oh God, there's another one. And she only does cases that are 20 years and older. Oh, I can't remember the name of her channel, but she only does older cases.
Uh-huh.
I've been really getting into the whole true crime thing lately.
I do. I love the
Like,
true crime stuff. I could sit and watch it all day.
well, to be honest with you, before I knew about live streams and stuff on YouTube, I used to, on one device, I would be getting tutorials. You're going to be hooked. Click the link and go to episodes. It will pull up all 8 of them. It's audio only. I listen to audio books in the
I love audio stuff
when
as
we
well.
go
It
somewhere,
transcends.
we listen to audio books all the time in our car. So yeah, I enjoy, and to be honest with you, I can be doing other stuff and listening because a lot of times when someone's live or whatever, I'll just be listening. Disturban is great. He's in Australia at the moment. Okay. Does Miss Murder still do her true crime stuff? Or does she just
Miss Murder kind of took a different turn on her own, and
okay.
she's doing more like games, where
Yeah,
she
that's
does.
what I see because I went to her channel the other day because
Mhm. She does,
uh
and you
you
know
know
what?
why? Because of your video, because there was a picture of her with you in your video.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah,
so I
yeah,
went
yeah.
to her channel because I'm like, I don't get notifications from her anymore. So I went to see her channel and it was mostly games.
She plays a lot of those Jack. Like when I was in the hospital, she started playing a lot of those Jack in the Box stuff, and I was playing for God knows you got nothing to do but spare time while you're sitting in one of those places. So I would play a lot. But now when I go in there, she's got so many people in there, I can never play. But I always go in. I'm like, hello. I'll call her like once or twice. You know me. There's honestly who I talk on the telephone to, maybe 6 to 7 YouTubers. That's it. I don't talk to many other people like behind the scenes. I'm not scheming behind the scenes. I got other things that I need to do.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People think people are always scheming and doing things behind the
Oh
scenes.
my God.
I'm like, I don't even have the time. Like, I have time, but definitely not the time to sit and try to worry about somebody else's life and how I'm going to ruin it. No, not my, never has been me, never will be me.
Yeah.
Who I am regularly is who I am for the most part on YouTube. I don't change.
And I can vouch for that because I talk to her we
All
talk
right, or
regularly.
some people might think it, and the funny thing is, some people might
Hey,
think
pearls
Marissa
of
changed.
wisdom.
Some people think Marissa changes. That is Marissa 24/7. She is
Oh,
fun.
definitely is Marissa.
She's fun.
Definitely.
She's
I can vouch for
outgoing.
that.
She will make you laugh. And we considering it wasn't necessarily supposed to be a weekend, um, but it was a weekend, and we just had like girl time. It was so simple, like it was so like girls sleepover. That's all it was.
Thank you, Ems. I'm going to watch that for sure in
In
your
your
own
in
backyard.
your own backyard. You got it, Ems. I'm going to listen to that too. Cool. Hi, Lee. How are
Hi,
you?
Lee.
And
Lee
Chad.
does, you guys, Lee does live streams now if you guys want to
Oh, I
sub
watch
to
Lee.
her.
I do. I do.
I really didn't know she did live streams until what's her name?
Her videos are funny.
Who was it? Pink came in here and actually
Well,
yeah,
her,
she is. I love her accent. She's got that New York accent. I love it. Here's Lee's channel if you guys want. I think she just started doing live streams.
no, back in the day, she was Low Lightly.
Oh, is that her? Low
That was
Lightly?
she was Low Lightly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. See,
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
And you know what's funny? They both really like each other now. See, that's how the universe works.
Well, here's
Like,
the thing, and I heard a lot of like negative things like, oh, well, they go into this channel now and they don't get, they never got along. And it's called it's called getting along with. I have met so many people through all this that I really, really, truly like. Hi, Shaz.
mhm.
And I shouldn't be chastised
All right,
because
wait, hold on. Am I wrong? Is Low Lightly not that? Am I
I didn't
completely
think she was low lightly. I thought
wait?
she was like,
I could be completely wrong, and I'm sorry, and I take that back. I take
yeah,
that
she's
back.
only, yeah, low lightly's.
I don't know why. I'm like, no, not me. I'm not. Okay,
No, if you click that link, you'll see it's not low lightly.
sorry, Lee. I
She's
didn't
totally
read that.
different.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Clouded head. Sorry. Sorry.
And there's another person, low lightly. She did parodies that were really mean
I
about
like
me.
her. I like her
And
too.
and she actually went on Molly Golightly's and apologized to me personally and said, "I'm so sorry I did that." Like that takes a big person to
Kim
apologize
A,
to somebody.
if you think you're lost and I'm talking, always know it's me who's lost, not you. It's
Well,
always me who's lost.
I was thinking, she kind of does look like her with the long hair, but I don't think that's her. Hi, Carlos. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Carlos.
But yeah, I didn't think that.
Yeah,
I
never
was kind
never go by me all the time because I don't know things 100%. I'm really not that person who's like, come to me, I'll tell you everything that's going on. I don't know shit. I'm always like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on.
but don't you think the good that came out of all of this is we actually get along better with a lot of people now that we maybe, and we got to know different
That
people
is
like,
good, but then there is a group of people who are not happy that we're good, or whatever it may be. Like there are people who still are not happy. You know what I'm
well, here's
saying?
the thing, like I am okay with everybody as long as they're respectful.
I
Um,
agree. I never have a problem with anybody until they have a
yeah,
problem with me.
I mean, if you're going to come in here and be a jerk, then I'm going to have a problem with you. But if you're going to come in here and you probably hang out in a chat that maybe I don't like
If
or care
someone
for,
comes if someone comes in and starts being a jerk, I don't even think. I just block. It's just like not even a thought. But
you're a good moderator, actually. Remember when you said, "Oh, I can't be a moderator. I'm not very good." You are like one of the best moderators
well,
ever.
I've been a moderator for quite a long time now. I've been a moderator. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference of what's a joke, going back and forth, especially if you can only see a couple of lines, and then you realize like people really aren't mad. So I really try to read through because I'm like I don't want to erase somebody's
Oh, Mr.
message.
Positive, I meant to tell you the other day in Laura's chat, Southern, is it Southern? What's her name? Because you were asking about her. Southern something. Is it Southern Belle or Southern something? was in her chat after not being around for quite a while.
Once again, Lee, I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
Kim A would remember. Southern, what's her name? Is it Southern Belle? But I remember you asking somebody about that, Mr. Positive, and she was actually in Laura's chat the other day.
I have no idea.
Southern, is it Southern Comfort? No, it's not Southern Comfort. Southern, I don't know, Southern something. Ginger is a great mod. She's been a mod on my channel since day one. Now it's null and void because I do jack shit on my channel. Ems has been a mod on my channel for like, I think since day one. So have you. Like since like when I had under 1,000 subs and you guys would come in and
I don't mod personally. I don't try to mod, like, for instance, say somebody came in here and started throwing jib jabs. Would I erase them? I wouldn't hide them, but I would have put them in timeout.
That's why, and I got accused of that one time because
they came back and back, I would reach out to you and go, what do I do with this? And then you would tell me A or B. And then I
got accused of doing that one time, and it wasn't me, because if someone has a problem with me, I will remove myself from those comments. I just will.
Everybody's I don't think a problem with somebody at some point for some reason, for I don't know, who knows. I mean, it's never hunky dory. How fun would that be if everything was hunky dory?
So that people got to. It is what it is. It's Gracie, yeah. She was sick, but for a long time, she still has a long road ahead. Did she get the virus, Kim? Okay, gotta go for my Southern Grace. That was her name, Southern Grace.
I should have known that, but I didn't know the name because that's my daughter's name.
Well, I saw her in the chat, and the only reason it resounded with me was Mr. Positive was asking about that person and saying, has anyone ever seen her around? And
hold on one second. Be right back.
At that time, I wasn't going in Laura's, so I really, I didn't see many people in there. And I just happened to be in there when she made her appearance. So to be honest, I wouldn't accept the wrench on anyone's channel ever again. I'll keep the wrench here and 2 other places, and that's it. Too many problems from them. Yeah, I know. And that's the way I feel too, Ems, because first of all, when you're in a chat and you're a wrench, you have a responsibility. You have to watch, especially if it's a chat with a lot of people in there. You have to, there's a responsibility. You have to really watch for, you have to watch. It's not like you can't just enjoy the chat and talk to people. I actually enjoy going into a chat and just talking to people.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
Yeah, saying hello to people, and because you don't have any responsibility. You know what I mean? Like yours. I mean, I've been a wrench in your chat forever too. But I don't think I've ever seen a troll in your room.
Oh, sweetie, you just haven't been in there at the right time.
That's probably it. I mean, I think if you are a creator on YouTube, you're going to get them.
There was one time it was like filled, and Brian was in there. My buddy, Everything Spicy, was in there. They're like, delete. Like,
Mr. Positive wants to come up. Sure, Mr. Positive. There you go.
I'm just chilling right now. I'm just like.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Can you put Ginger's channel link up too?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was really
nice. I forget about putting my friends' channel links up there.
And by the way, Carla, did you see the number?
The what?
My number.
Is it at 2K?
I'm past.
Yay! I'm so proud of you.
Mandy Bell
No,
flipped
I
it.
didn't. I'm proud of you.
Mandy flipped out on me and my numbers went up. Who knew?
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. When Laura flipped out on me, or when I went up on Diane's channel, I think that's how I got to 1,000. Was like, yeah.
That was hilarious. I'm like,
Why did Mandy flip out on you? Like, what
apparent,
happened?
apparently, I talked about her. She's got the proof.
Oh,
Um,
phew.
because I talk a lot of shit. I do. I talk tons of shit. So,
Good Lord.
how dare I go in just to say hi to people because, of all the stuff I said behind her back? Having a freaking, I don't know. The only thing I've ever said about her, the only thing is that she scares me a
She's
little.
crazy.
She scares me a little, and she's a
She's
little
crazy.
crazy. They're
Yeah,
the
she
only
is.
things.
Well, that's the truth.
They
Can
are
I
the
interrupt
only.
for a second?
Real quick, yeah, but the only two things I know about her. I know nothing else. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Oh,
done.
well, yeah. Hey, Mr. Positive. What's up?
Hi. I have to get going real fast, but I need to know how sure you might be about that name because she was on her deathbed and I'm almost in tears because she's been a best friend of mine and I need to know on a
You would
percentage
have
scale.
to ask.
On a percentage scale, do you believe it was the real
I
her?
believe 99% it was her because Laura was going to call her after the stream. So
I missed that part. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
that Southern Grace. The only reason I
Yeah,
mentioned
I
it
don't
was
know
because
anything about it.
Mr. Positive was asking about her, and she was in there. Yeah, she was really sick, but I don't know. You could ask someone else that goes regularly, like Kim May, if it's true.
Well, I'm not doubting you
But
believing
she
it's
was
true. I
in
just
there.
need to
I'm
know if
believing it. I'm assuming that it's true,
okay.
but yeah, I'm assuming that it's true.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, but she's been my best friend forever. And then when I lost track of her because of my fallout with Laura, I hadn't been able to reach out to her in over a year. So thank you.
Mr. Positive, don't ever apologize. Don't ever
Yeah.
apologize. It's not necessary.
Yeah,
I
only
gotta
because
go.
when you
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
okay, bye. Yeah, but the only reason I mentioned it was because he had asked, yay! I just went to your channel. I'm so proud of you. Do you remember, and I'm going to go back like a ways now, when you congratulated me on hitting 100 subscribers?
Yeah, I think I do.
That
Actually.
was like a long time ago, and you said, congratulations on hitting 100.
Hey,
And now look where we are.
look, there. When it comes to YouTube, and I'm not necessarily sure if I'm still in the milestone thing or not yet, but there was milestones that you hit. 100 was one, 500 was one. After 500, it was 1,000. After 1,000, it was 15, 2,
Yep.
whatever it might be. And she, with everything that's been going on with me, I don't go live as much as I normally do. I don't put as much emphasis into my channel that I should. That is why I'm not monetized, because I don't think I'm putting out any kind of information that deserves to be paid for.
Neither do I. I'm monetized. I go up in dribs and drabs. Like someone said that you can't grow when you have just do live streams. I mean, I do the odd like video.
I completely disagree with that, because there are people who do live streams all the time. Now, mind you, do they maybe have another channel, but their live stream channels are huge. So that's not true.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different people. Like I watch Popcorn Planet. I watch
What's that about? Popcorn, they just talk, or
Popcorn Planet, his name is Andy Signor. I really kind of like him. But sometimes they talk about like Star Wars, Disney, Marvel. That's when I'm like, yeah, that's not my thing. I don't listen to that kind of stuff. But when he starts talking about like Johnny Depp and all other things that are going on, like aliens, UFOs, he'll cover everything. And he's interesting to listen to. He's very interesting to listen to. And his name is Popcorn Planet. And another one I watch is that little umbrella guy, and he got threatened by Amber Heard's people. That's even crazier.
Oh, really?
They threatened his children.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for real? I'm telling you, man, Amber Heard.
You are not a fan.
Let's just say, yeah, she's not someone I want to see in the street. That, well, not like, let's be honest. I'm 46 years old. I have ankylosing spondylitis. I've got lots of disease. If I saw someone in the street and I was mad enough, nothing would happen. Why? Because I can't move my body. In my head, it's there, but physically,
Right.
it just doesn't happen. So the glaring eyes happen. That's all that happens.
But there are, like Robbie, he does a lot of live streams.
I,
Oh my God. He's
you know,
almost at, I think he's almost up at
he's
10,000.
he's my gay little brother. I love him to death.
Oh, I love Robbie too. Like he does like some cute little videos.
He really
Like the
is.
one he did of me with Sandra
Oh,
is
that was
epic.
funny. That was
Oh,
funny.
that's embarrassing for me to watch. Like it's really
Oh,
embarrassing for
it
me.
shouldn't be. It should be fun. You should be able to laugh at yourself.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not proud. Let's say I'm not proud of the way I acted in
All
that
right,
video.
we've all acted at some
Oh
point
my God.
in here in a way that we wish that we didn't, but it happened, and you can't take it back.
But the
You can
way he
only
put it
move on.
together, the way he put it together was so funny. Like it was so hilarious.
Did you hear that? All right, so I was over at Marissa's. He sent me a message, and he was like, "Play the message, play the message, play the message." So I'm like, "All right, I'll play the message." I played the message. I nearly peed my pants. I was laughing so hard.
What
So
was it?
I still have the message.
Can you say it?
Huh? I can play it.
Can you? Okay, play it.
Yeah. Tell me that. Hopefully, you can hear this. I laughed so hard when I heard this. Hold on. How is that it? Here, this is it. Okay.
Yes, this message is for Gingerlots. Hey there, this is Robbie with TMZ. Hey, listen, we heard you spent a night in Molly Golightly's house, and we're looking for information. Anything you can give us, we will pay for any information if you're willing to tell us if she touched you in your sleep. Now, many a visitor that has went to her house
Damn it. Why did that do that? Hold on. Go ahead.
has reported this, that in the night she will stand and hover naked above your bed and watch you in your sleep. At times, she does touch people inappropriately as well. So please, any information you can give us would be extremely helpful to the community. Thank you.
What is wrong with him?
Oh my God, he is hilarious. I love Robbie. I love Robbie. I love seeing
And
him.
I'll tell you what I love about Robbie, because there's a certain way. If I start acting a certain way, whether if it's not induced by alcohol, whatever it would be, I feel funny, weird, embarrassed by acting like really silly and goofy. He can do that and it bothers him nothing. And I'm like, that's awesome. I wish that could happen to me.
He is so like
He's
he
so
was
silly.
on the other day with like a mask, like a green mask on his
Like,
face.
what was that? Was that paint? Was that
I
like
think it was like a facial thing, wasn't it? Like you know how you do those masks, those
I'm
facial
still
masks?
praying. Hey, Ems, I'm still praying for you, hoping everything's going okay with the doctor.
Yeah, Ems. I don't
Always,
know what's going on, but
always thinking about her with that. That
yeah,
has
I
not
always
left my
do
mind.
think about her. I love Ems.
Do you have any idea how thankful I am to be waking up here in my house and not to be waking up in Temple? Oh my God.
Oh, I can
Ugh.
imagine. I'm glad you just went out, you took the bull by the horns and said, I'm not staying here. You guys are not going to help me, so goodbye.
Well,
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
and I like the fact that then they tried to threaten me with the fact if I left. And when I told Temple that's what they did, they're like, that's a scare tactic.
False alarm was an appointment reminder. Oh, I get those all the time.
Yeah, I get those too. Yeah, but that still has not given me the reason where I have not gotten my infusion yet, though. I am not kidding you when I tell you that I have really bad veins, right? I tell you all the time, like my veins
Oh
are
yeah, I
so
know.
bad.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where the one woman tried to get a vein yesterday? In
No.
bet- in between my finger and my middle finger, there was a vein in the middle. She
Oh
tried
my
to use that.
God.
That's
That's
what
how
she tried
bad
to.
they are.
That was so painful.
I bet.
I'm
Oh,
like, let's take that thing out. Yeah, don't like it. Let's take it out. Let's take it out. And then she starts talking about PICC line. I'm like, yo, I don't even know if I'm staying. Don't be talking about PICC lines right now.
good Lord. And and did you get your infusion though?
No, still haven't gotten it. I couldn't. I
So,
was dehydrated.
so now what's gonna happen? Are you gonna get it or
Yeah,
what's,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I just got a call back. They're pretty easy. Once they say that I'm coming, they'll be like, all right, we'll have it ready for you in 5 minutes. Come on over. It's not that big
so
of a deal.
you're hydrating yourself and doing what you
I,
need to
I,
do.
I'm doing whatever it is I need to do, and I think I know where I made my mistake. I really do. I think I know where I made my biggest mistakes, um, which probably led to where I was. But I just think I didn't drink enough. I definitely didn't eat enough over the weekend. But here's the thing: when you have gastroparesis, the last thing you want to do is feel sick from the food that you ate. So the least amount of food you put in is better because you don't feel sick.
Says she's an easy poke. I've always been told that. I'm not. I mean, they always have a hard
Oh,
time. I have bad
M,
veins.
M's. I don't think we're friends anymore after that. We're no longer friends. I have anesthesiologists who look at me and go, yeah, you're the anesthesiologist's dream come true with the sarcasm behind it. I'm like, gee, thanks. But I mean, I
Is that
do get it.
because you've had so many that your veins just collapse or what?
Yeah, that, and also because of it also comes down to my skin type because I am so fair. Like my freaking skin is almost like see through. Okay, it's like transparent, so the veins don't really hold up that
Ew.
well. Yeah, there's nothing good about transparent skin. It's just not.
Hey, Lisa.
I'm a,
Oh, hard.
yeah, that does sound a little perverted.
So when are you going to go for your transfusion then?
Oh,
Are you going to
probably.
wait a couple
What's
days
today? Probably I got to go back on
or
Tuesday.
Thursday?
Tuesday,
Oh, next Tuesday.
because today is Thursday, correct?
Today's
Today's
Thursday.
today's
Today's
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry.
they don't do it Fridays and Mondays, so I'd have to wait till Tuesday. You're a
You know
redhead,
what,
no?
Ams?
And see,
There
Ems
was
is right. I'm a redhead, no joke. We have
there
some
was a
serious
name in
crazy
here called the
issues,
redheaded stepchild in here yesterday.
and
It's
I
like,
am that redheaded stepchild.
you're redheaded. Are you the only redhead in your family?
I am.
But your daughter's redhead, right?
No, they're really not. They were when they came out, but they're not anymore.
Oh, really?
Grace, well, considering Grace decided to do her hair purple, she's half brown and half blonde because she won't want me. She doesn't want to dye it all the way back to blonde or to brown. So I said, fine, you can go two toned, or we can dye your hair brown. So she's two toned. So the top
Well,
of her
she
head,
had purple hair at one point, didn't she?
right? She had great purple hair actually, absolutely. And then
You-
Alexa didn't strip her hair, so that was fine. But then Grace said, "Oh, I want to get it colored again." Well, here we are coming up on swimming season, and they tend to swim. And I said, "I am not dyeing your hair for it all just to freaking like get washed away within the chlorine. It's just not going to happen."
Your pool's going to be open this year, right?
All my well, yeah, our pools will be open. My friend, we're always over my friend Tina's pool. We're over at the swim club pool. My friend Deb has a pool. We don't have to worry about pools.
Yeah.
And we have our own pool. So I
Oh,
just
you have a pool?
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we have a pool. Like I live in townhomes, and only the people in the townhomes are allowed in, and it's never, ever, ever crowded. Ever crowded.
Oh, that's great.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's not a. Listen to how spoiled I become. It's not a heated pool.
Oh, boiled rotten.
I need heated pools, man. I like the heated pools.
I do too. No wild colors for my girls. Even my college kid knows I'll wig out about it. What about
I did it.
tattoos, Abs?
I did it, but see, I did it for them for the pandemic because there was nothing else to do.
I told you what my husband did because it was on a dare. Our granddaughters um, dared him to shave his head into a mohawk and dye it blue, and he did it because there was nobody in his office working. He was the only one, so he did it. I'm like, oh my God, can't imagine that.
Can I say something real quick, Lee? Now I
Sure.
know exactly who you are, and I just remembered. I totally apologize. I know that you're not Low Lightly.
Oh, you
And
know who she is now?
I know exactly who she is, and I'm like, I'm a moron. It's the
My
coffee.
husband has been begging for an in-ground pool. I've thought about it, but man, here in New York, we can only use them for a short time.
Here's my suggestion: move out of New York, get a house someplace that's not in New York, and then get an in-ground pool.
That's my like one of my things that I want when we buy our next house is a pool.
And I'm not talking about New York State. I'm talking about New York City area. That's what I'm talking about.
I just because it gets hot in the summertime.
Well, no, things are just really bad in cities. Point period. Things are scary in cities. You know, with all the violence that's going on, there's so much violence. It's kind of freaking scary. Kind of reminds me of like early '80s scary like
I
violence.
think Laura was talking about this the other day that like in New York, there's no consequences for anything anymore. Like the cops are
She's
not
right.
like the cops are yeah
I keep saying
you
Laura's
can
right.
pretty much get away with anything.
I'm like, wow. I agree with Laura. I agree with her.
So
I'm
it
really,
doesn't
I
make
really
anybody
like
want to
Laura
go visit
lately.
the city. Like, the cops are probably even afraid to do anything, especially,
Of course they are, because God
um,
forbid they do anything. Their job is done, and then people are going to come after them. People will come after their families. People, and there is nobody stops that from happening. Nobody, like in the media, goes, "This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen, and this is not going to happen if this happens." They don't stop it. They don't stop it from happening. That's my problem with it. Why do you incite the violence, and why don't you stop it from happening?
right.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, and they can't just do what they want anymore. Everybody's got a cell phone and they could get into trouble for whatever. We can't move for at least 7 more years. Then we're headed south, I think. I think Ginger, you said
Ditto, ditto, M's, ditto,
you want
ditto.
to head south too. Where would be your where would be your ideal place to live? Like south.
Mine. Um, I don't know. Either it could be because I'd have to visit in order to see Arizona.
That's really hot there.
But see,
Seriously.
here's the difference
Hot,
between Arizona hot and our hot. There's no
arid.
humidity.
Yeah, arid.
There's and the humidity and the dampness in the air is what hurts me the most. So that's why I would choose not to do that. But I do have friends who live closer to, I think, like Savannah, Georgia, and they love it. So that's also a thought.
In Georgia. Don't go to Texas. Everybody says Texas is horrible. Like the heat is like really bad. Like who was it in here? Tacos was in here yesterday and saying that she
Oh,
hated the heat.
yeah, tacos. They because they live in that. Yeah, absolutely.
I like, you know what? I like the spring and I like the fall. I like seasons. I do like seasons. Um,
I could have summer all year round, and I would never miss a season. Like maybe if I came back to the Northeast and I saw like the trees budding or the leaves falling and changing, that would be really nice to see. But then if I went back to my warm climate, I could have cared less about everything else because
seriously.
I'm in my warm climate and I don't want to be in the cold climate.
Oh, Texas is 48th in mental health. Don't come to Texas. Oh, okay. I just
A
have to,
lot of people.
I have to do something for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Can you
Okay,
watch the chat? Okay.
I think I can as long as people talk to me. It's all good. All right. I don't know. It mental health, but yeah, how do they go by that with the whole mental health issue? That's what I want to know. We want good golf, low taxes, good weather, and a short drive to Cali. Um, wow, that's kind of a lot, but um, uh, Utah. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm not a big Cali person, so I don't really want to go to Cali. I'm kind of looking for more places that are dry. And I always thought about Colorado, but now moving to Colorado scares me completely. Bye, Bailey Vex. See you. Good to see you. Hello, Evelyn. Miss Dorky. How are you, sweetie? Hit by a tornado. Who is hit by a tornado? I don't want to get hit by a tornado. A lot of crime in Texas too. Oh, you should see the crime that's going on up here and around in the Northeast and stuff. It's nonstop. It's nonstop all the time. Okay, Kim's back. Awesome. Hey, Shanky girl. I'm sorry. Carla is in the middle of doing something, so I'm taking over this for her. Not the best at kind of like reading off stuff and trying to read everybody. Yeah, so many crimes in Colorado. Like the men go crazy. I'm afraid my husband might go nuts with the altitude or something. I'm like slightly a little disturbed. I'm like, I don't think we're going to go there. Maybe we can visit, but we certainly aren't living there. See, Ems, you know what? I really wish I could get into golf. Like that would be awesome because then that'll give me something to do. It would be physical. It would be fun. You can even have a drink while you do it. I would enjoy it if people would actually teach me and I'd actually play, but I don't know how to play. Yeah, once again, Lee, I do apologize about that. My brain, my brain's like, huh? I, I think I'm on cup number. I'm actually done cup number 2. I normally don't go for a third cup because of my stomach, but I'm about to think I'm going to go for that third cup because I'm like really tired still.
Sorry about that. I had to pee.
And if there was a video of you body slamming your husband, please videotape that and put it up because I would have loved to see that.
Oh, how did you do at golf yesterday? Hi, Shangy girl.
That's funny.
Yes, yes, yes. Sub to Ginger Locks. Let's
I
get her to
know. I just hit it, which was kind of crazy because I wasn't really expecting it. It kind of just happened. I'm like, oh,
Remember I
okay.
said it the other day? I
You
said
did.
like we'll have to
You're,
like have a
you're
party when you get
close.
it to
And
2K.
I was
And
close.
because I
I didn't.
noticed that you were close.
I didn't think I was this close. I'm like, who the hell cares about me? Seriously.
Obviously. Thank you. Thank
Like
you, Mandy.
I'm really not that interested as a person. I'm okay being irrelevant. It's all good with me. All
Yeah,
good.
it's kind of
Someone's
nice being
like, you're irrelevant. Oh, why? Thank you.
it's
Thank
kind of
you.
nice being irrelevant, to be
I like
honest
being
with you.
irrelevant. Yeah, but although honestly, for being irrelevant, I've been jumping up on a lot of panels lately.
Yes, you have. You think yes,
You know what it is?
2010.
My kids went back to school. I actually have like time to talk again.
As actually, you know what? I do enjoy going on someone else's panel more than like my own because you don't have the responsibility of holding down a chat. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you can go up there and just you can get down whenever you want.
I still try to make sure I think about everything I say. Sometimes, like even when I think about it, it'll
Yeah.
just spit out the wrong way. I'm like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, sometimes it's,
And
yeah.
then that'll be used against you, even though you know you said it wrong. You're like, God damn it.
Everything's used against you on YouTube. Like,
But
ah,
that's just, I don't understand how and why this is what the platform has become. I don't want to go after people. I got a lot of more things in life to deal with than going after people and trying to be mean to others. That's a
well, I mean,
that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy to be that angry to go after people to get some kind of revenge. It's a lot of energy.
have if you have an opinion, that's gives people a right to go.
We all have an opinion. We all have every single one of us who has a name in this community has an opinion. Whether they voice it or not is up to them.
You may post your link in here. You can post your link if you want to.
9 times out of 10, I don't voice my opinions on the bullshit on YouTube. Never do. Would I behind the
Unless
scenes?
you're very passionate. I
Would I
will say that when
would
you're
I
passionate about something.
would I talk to my friends behind the scene that I think it's ridiculous and bullshit and this and that? Absolutely, I would, but I wouldn't put it out there publicly. I would never, because that's not what I do. You know, but if something happens and someone asks me about it, yeah, I'm going to be honest. What am I going to do? Nope, not going to talk about it. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to say one word. That's not how humans
It's kind
work.
of hard not to talk about certain things when, you know, when it's out there and everybody else is talking about them. I didn't even know you had a channel also. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kim has a channel.
Kim A has a sub. Yeah,
Kim
Kim,
ha
drop your
Kim Kim, do you still do she used to do those reborns? You know what they are, the reborns.
no.
They're like they're like dolls, but they look like real live babies. She used to
Uh,
do those like
I thought you were
I think
telling me
they
she was a
call
born again Christian.
no, they're like dolls, but they look like real live babies. Some people treat them like real babies.
Dolls
They have
scare me.
outfits and stuff for them. I don't know if she still does them or what. Did you post your link in here, Kim?
I
Please
can post it.
post it. Yeah.
She posted.
Yeah, I haven't posted them in a while. Yeah, she used to do the reborns. Yeah, I get her notifications all the time. Oh, there you go. There's her channel. Ah, she beat us to it. Reborns. I'll sub, but I can't promise I'll interact. I don't think she doesn't do live streams all the time, but she sometimes will post like videos and
But see,
stuff.
I watch more of her videos when she's in the car with her daughter. They go to Six Flags together
Yeah.
because let's face
Mhm.
it, me and Kim live quite close to each other, not too far. So we know a lot of the same stuff that goes on in the area.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, I love Kim.
Oh, okay.
Me and Kim have known each other
I
for
think
quite a
I've
long time.
known Kim since I first came to YouTube. She's one of
Same,
the first people that I
same.
actually subbed to.
She was one of the first people I think I met as well. And as we spoke before, you liked Laura, I liked Marissa, she liked Laura. But we
Yeah.
never had it against each other if we didn't like the same person or we weren't in the same chat. And
Mhm.
look where we are now. Now we're all talking, chatting, having a good
Now
time.
we're all one big happy family. So it's funny. It's funny how it can turn around. Like, and that's the thing is that's why you never get involved in a fight between two creators because it can be that the Ben days, Ben Ashworth, yeah, we used to go into his chat when he would have only like 6 or 7 people in his chat, and the same 6 or 7 people would go into his chat. We used to have fun. That's all.
I like Ben. Always have. Always liked Ben.
Ben has always treated me good. He's always been.
Ben had some issues in the beginning when he first started,
Thank
but
you, Cecile.
once he worked through those issues and where
Yes.
he's in a completely different space, and I think he's doing really awesome, and I think he's a
Yeah,
great guy.
well, for a while there, he was kind of like he would go and fight with people. I don't see him doing that. I think he's kind of like Winky. He goes everywhere.
You know what it is,
He,
Carla? I'm going to tell you what it is. People come into this community and everybody sees everybody fighting, so they think, oh, everybody fights with each other. Let's fight everybody. until they realize, wait, no, this isn't necessarily what's going on.
I'll never take the side of one over the other because, especially if they're fighting, because what could happen is they could make up, and then if you have taken one side or
And you
the
take
other
a
side,
side. You are the asshole.
yeah,
You
you're
are
the
the
asshole because
asshole.
you said this or you agreed with
That's
that.
why I don't
Yeah.
take sides. I never
Yeah.
have taken sides. And I said that to Marissa. Unless somebody like, seriously is like mental and I'm like, okay, you're right, that person's nuts, stay the frick away. But I don't take sides in these crazy fights because as the wind blows, so does the
I've
mood.
seen so much, like two creators will be fighting and then you'll say something and then it ends up that you're the bad guy because you stuck up for one or stuck up for the other. And no, no,
Anybody
thank you.
anybody can be made look like a bad guy. Anybody. You could be you could be the nicest guy in the freaking world. And someone can angle something and man, you could be an awful human being. It doesn't take much to do it either. You just twist the narrative.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I
twisting
like
the
about
narrative that you didn't take any money, and that it was your money and you paid taxes on your money, but it was your money. Although, wait, we thought it went the same chute. So I don't understand how it was her money.
Well, or blame the subs because they took it the wrong way when you yourself said all 100% of my money or that money is going to St. Jude's. But it's your fault if you didn't donate.
I'll never understand it. I'll never understand the whole thing.
Oh, I
get
don't
it.
think you're the only one. I really don't.
I'll never get it. I'll never get it.
Oh, that's going to be the way it is. But anyways, I think I'm going to pop down here. Are you going to go live? Are you going to go live and celebrate your 2K?
Probably today.
Good. Yeah. Well, whenever.
Today,
It doesn't matter when you go. I will be there. You know that.
Today, tomorrow, I don't know because I'm still kind of feeling tired and wonky. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I've been on everybody else's channel anyway, so it doesn't make a big deal. I enjoy this. Kids are at school, sitting, my doctor needs me to rest for a little bit, so I'm resting.
So you can just hop on from panel to panel to panel to panel.
Yeah, no.
Well, you can always come online.
There are always panels that I'm way more comfortable on than other people's. But hey, if somebody ever wants to clear up something and wanted me to jump up on panel, even if they didn't like me, I would always jump up on panel just to be adult and say, hey, let's talk this out and see what's going on.
Well, I actually myself wanted to know what was going on with you, and because you had thanked Laura for something yesterday.
I did thank Laura. I absolutely.
Like, what the hell was going on with Laura? Did she like get like reach out to you or something?
I've been busy. I've been busy doing other stuff. Shit was said about me. I was in a chat. Shit was said about me. And then people started coming for me. I'm thinking, what the fuck did I do? I have no idea what the hell I did, but it was coming to me at left and right. I hung up, whatever. Bar is the one who stood up for me. Bar is the one's like, who the hell does she freaking bother? She doesn't go into anybody's chats and start. And I don't, never have, never will. Even if I hate your guts, what's the point?
Well, that was nice of her.
And I'm like, thank you, Laura. Even Molly, Marissa had said something. The people who run Lady Whistledown, they all said something for me, and I appreciate that.
I didn't see that though.
I don't talk shit about people. I don't talk.
Apparently got a strike.
I don't talk shit. It's just not what I do. It's not worth my time. Life is short. I don't need that crap. End of story. End of story.
Right.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. And that's the thing that people don't understand when we sometimes, and I will ignore a lot of stuff too. Like Laura says, a lot of stuff I will ignore, but every once in a while, something is said that really irks me. And then I feel like I feel the need to defend myself, and I will defend myself. I'm not afraid to defend myself.
The thing is, I wasn't irked. confused, but not irked.
Yeah.
You know, just confused, completely and utterly confused. Although I'm the crazy one if I am confused because I should know exactly what she's talking about. But good God, I'm telling you, I don't. I have no
Well,
idea.
and you don't start trouble with anybody, so
I don't
nobody should be.
need it. I have enough I have enough going on. I don't
I
need it.
know.
I just come on here to have a good time. I don't even have a monetized channel. Why? Just so I could try to have fun when then people try not to make it fun anymore. Doesn't
Do you
make sense.
remember when YouTube used to be a lot of fun? Like it used to be so much fun.
It did, and then
You
it
could go
started.
in every chat and just like say hello to people. And now it's gotten to the point where,
No,
you know, you
I
can't.
think there's always been that someone's mad at this one or someone's mad at that one. That's always
Yeah.
been there. That's always been there. But the fact of
But
the
I
matter
don't think it's ever been this bad. I really don't.
no, not at all, not at all. I don't get it. We're a bunch of adults, people. We should be able to be adults, talk to each other. If we have a problem, work it out. But if you don't want to work it out, then it's not going to be solved. So that's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
So, I'm willing to solve what, and if anybody's got any qualms with me, come talk to me. I think I have my email in my about section. Come talk to me or ask me a question. I have no problems.
And she will be honest and answer any questions you have, within reason, within reason.
Without giving you my social security number. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the same way. Like someone will leave an awful comment, in my comment section. I'm like, why don't they ask me instead of just coming here and saying something terrible? Well, right now, I don't even like entertain those comments anymore. It's not worth it.
Well, I got to jump down. My husband's calling me right now. So I
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for coming up. I
Love you, dear.
enjoy
Bye.
having you. I love you. Bye. I'm going to hop down too. Thank you for coming in, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Kim, email me. Love you. Thank you, mods. Bye.